Hello my friends and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. In yesterday's video we did end our day in Jacobstown working on the quest Guess Who I Saw Today. But before we move along with that quest, I do want to try and finish up my conversation with sweet old Grandma Lily here.
My, but that Lucky 38 is a large building. And so fancy.
Right? Okay, let's continue to ask questions about her. What's the best way for me? Tell me about yourself. Where did you get that sword? There we go.
This old thing? Oh, I scavenged it off a wreck in Klamath. Leo showed me how to make it all ready for chopping. Didn't you, Leo?
Leo, the voice in her head. Okay, something else about her. Other questions? What's the best way for me to use your skills?
Isn't that sweet of you to fret about me? Such a good girl. I can always help you stay hidden from the bad people so you won't get in trouble. I don't mind fighting, especially to protect you, dearie, but I don't like guns. Give me a good chopper, and Leo and I will go right to work. Yeah!
She's so excited about it.
What do you...
Okay, anything else? Okay, so do you still want to help Dr. Henry run his experiment? Yeah, Dr. Henry has to perform an experiment on her, and I'm really nervous that something bad's going to happen to Grandma Lily here.
Of course, dearie. I know it's dangerous, but it'll all turn out for the best. You'll see. I'll go to him now. It would be rude to keep him waiting.
Oh, no!
Looks like the war's ratcheting up. I hear the NCR's bringing in elite troops. That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles, I hear it ain't sealed up no more.
It is not.
The equipment is hooked up and ready. We can start the test as soon as you give me the go-ahead.
Okay, go ahead and start the tests.
Very well. Please stand back. I don't want any erroneous readings. You're welcome to stay and observe if you want, though.
I do want. Please don't hurt Lily.
All right, power on the stealth boy, Lily.
Turning it on. Feels strange. Strange, but good.
Interesting. Try thinking aggressive thoughts now. Think about smashing a rad scorpion.
Lily smash!
What?
How are those readings looking, Calamity?
Stealth field is stable, and the readings are clean. Gamma wave activity is 0. Odd, but everything looks right.
All right, we're done here. Go ahead and power the stealth boy down, Lily.
Oh, I liked having it on.
I'll get back to you on that in a moment, once I've analyzed the results.
Well, congratulations on getting the Mark II prototype functional, Doctor. Now, just hand it over, and we'll be on our way.
I feel like I have to intervene. Speak with Keene and try and defuse the situation. Okay, let's save and try and do that.
My request is perfectly reasonable. Give us the stealth boy specs, and there will be no need for us to splatter the room with your insides.
I got violent really fast. What you do in the Wasteland affects all the mutants here, but you didn't think about that, did you? What are you planning to do once you have the specs? Yeah, let's start with that one.
There are caches of stealth boys out there. With the Mark II in hand, it shouldn't be difficult to upgrade every one of them.
The Mark IIs are even more dangerous than standard stealth boys.
Our lives, our decision to make. We're tired of sitting around in Jacobstown waiting for a cure.
Let's try the speech option. So what you do in the Wasteland affects all the mutants here. But you didn't think about that, did you? That doesn't actually make sense.
No, I didn't. Not until now, anyway. Very well, human. You've made your point, and I withdraw my request.
Oh, if he goes out into the Wasteland and causes mayhem, it's going to affect everybody here, right? Okay, well, I've diffused the situation. We'll speak with Dr. Henry again.
Nice work with the Nightkin. I've never seen anyone able to talk their kind out of anything once they had their mind set to it. I got a lot of useful data from the experiment, and am a lot closer to a cure than before. It's occurred to me that this brief test might not yield a cure anytime soon. However, if Lily were to continue to wear the prototype...
Oh no. Use neuropeptide simulators on a Night Stalker brain. Results should be similar to a live brain. The risk to Lily is too great. Don't keep... Yeah, I don't want you to hurt Lily. I think Lily should continue... What do you want to do, Dr. Henry?
I'm close to the cure. I can feel it. Lily's continued help will give me the last bit of data that I need.
What will happen to Lily, though?
Permanent damage to her mind is a certainty.
Oh, no.
Even the cure won't help her.
Then, no. Why don't you test it on something else?
That's brilliant. Simple yet elegant. I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Guess who I saw today is completed. Do you think I can go on his terminal? I can. Nightkin test data. Astonishingly enough, the local Night Stalkers have developed a mutation not unlike the stealth field generated by Stealth Boys. Even more importantly, the brains I've dissected have shown heightened levels of endorphins and other neurochemicals, similar to what I've seen in Nightkin brains. If this mutation is natural, perhaps a cure could be synthesized from the Night Stalkers. As far as I can tell, the Night Stalkers don't suffer from schizophrenia like the affected Nightkin. Mark II prototype. The Stealth Boy Mark II prototype is functional, sort of. The Enclave data wasn't complete, so I had to make a few guesses here and there. Unfortunately, the data also suggests that while the stealth field has a greater duration, the negative effects on the user are exponentially greater. I can use this to my advantage. The brainwave changes will be more pronounced, and it'll be much easier to figure out what exactly is needed to cure the Nightkin schizophrenia. Lily has graciously volunteered to be my test subject, despite the risk. Does she even understand the risk? Anyway, Keene. Keene seems to have caught on about the Stealth Boy Mark II prototype. I told him that it was in no way functional, but I'm not entirely sure he believed me. I'll have to keep an eye on him.
Is there something else I can do for you?
How goes your research for the Nightkin cure?
Promising, but I won't be able to synthesize the drug anytime soon. I really should get back to my work.
Okay. Bye.
Yes.
Yeah, I pester you so much. All right, let's talk to Calamity.
Hey there.
I guess that's it.
Bye.
Where did Lily go? Where's Lily?
Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you. Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you.
Why are the Nightkin here in Jacobstown?
The stealth boys we use have cumulative adverse effects on our minds, but thanks to you, it seems a cure is on the way at last.
Yeah, it is. You're welcome.
Finally.
Is Lily out here? There she is! Hi, Grandma Lily.
Grandma's so worried about her little baby. It's getting dangerous out there in the wasteland.
I think we should travel together.
That'd be lovely, dearie.
Yay! Do you have anything else to say?
Hello again, dear.
Questions? Nope. Oh, yay!
Talk to you.
I don't know why, but I like her so much. Okay, now there was that other quest, Unfriendly Persuasion. Speak with the leaders of the mercenaries harassing Jacobstown. Okay, they're just down the road, so let's go do that. And Marcus did ask us to do it without choosing violence. I mean, I've been on a roll with that. I chose non-violence for Cass's quest, choosing non-violence here if I can. And I think it's NCR. They don't really look like NCR. Norton?
Our business is with the muties, not you.
I'm a hero in the NCR, and I think you need to leave now. I hear your mercenaries will what do you want with Jacobstown?
Just doing what I'm paid to do. Harass the muties until they leave or attack us. If they leave, we'll let them go. If they attack, we wipe them out. Either way, the job's not done until they're cleared out of the town.
Who are you doing this for?
Won't name names, but some important folks in the NCR are sick of muties attacking their Brahmin herds. They want them gone from NCR territory. Maybe this group had something to do with attacking Brahmin, maybe not. Doesn't matter. We're getting paid to make them go away.
But isn't that... There was the Brahmin attacks in Novak, and I took care of that, and it was a Nightkin. I'm a hero in the NCR, and I think you need to leave now. Let's try it.
Whoa. Thought you looked familiar. I'm just doing a job, nothing more. Politics aren't my thing, so if you say go, we'll go. No hard feelings.
Don't you know who I am? I will never have the opportunity to do that in real life, and I'm fine with that because it's kind of gross. But
Hello?
It totally works here. I am Connie. I'm a hero in the NCR. I'm awesome, and you're not. I mean, I guess we didn't choose violence again. You're welcome.
I like how you handled Keene. Without the Nightkin around, Jacobstown would be much weaker than it is.
What's the story with Keene?
Smart, charismatic, and hell of a mean streak. Doesn't care for humans, prefers fighting them to talking. He's got a lot of pull with Nightkin, though. He talks, they listen. Was hoping he could draw the Nightkin to Jacobstown. Keene is saner than most, but I know he's thinking of going his own way again. He's aggressive, impatient, can't stand sitting around.
Why does Keene want to leave?
Because of a promise, one I haven't been able to keep. The Nightkin all suffer from schizophrenia. It's the stealth boys they use, or used to use. Nightkin have a hard time being seen like normal folks. Can't stand it. A few already left to try and find more stealth boys. Miserable situation. They either stay here and suffer, or dig up stealth boys and lose their minds. Not much of a choice.
What happens if Keene leaves?
That happens, there's a good chance other Nightkin will follow. It'll make it hard to get a cure to them. Worse, if Keene and the Nightkin tear up the Mojave hunting for stealth boys, people are gonna get killed. Most humans can't tell the difference between mutants. Might come here looking for payback.
You're a mutant too? Wouldn't the Nightkin listen to you? Well, he's not a Nightkin mutant, so probably not, right?
That's like saying Kaisar and Kimball would listen to each other. Nightkin don't have a lot of trust for others, mutants included.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
All right,
You won't have any more trouble with those mercenaries.
good. Glad you didn't kill them. Letting them walk away proves we're not bloodthirsty mutants. If NCR or anybody else is looking for an excuse to attack Jacobstown, they're not gonna get it from us.
Okay, goodbye.
See you.
Unfriendly Persuasion is also completed. Amazing. Well, I wanted to, in theory, try and find / talk to the Great Khans, because I tried to do a quest at the end of last week and it made me unfriendly with the Great Khans, and I wanted to go there, wherever there is. It's Red Rock Canyon, or over here, Hidden Valley. Oh, that's the Hidden Valley is the Brotherhood of Steel, and I've got a quest, I think, to do that with Veronica. So and I don't want to do another companion quest just yet. So we'll go and find the Great Khans first. And then in theory, once I do whatever it is I need to do with the Great Khans, I can go back and work on some of these other NCR quests that make them not like me so much. But, Chance's map? It looks like my nearest fast travel point to get there is going to be Poseidon gas station. So let's go in, fast travel there. And then try and make our way to the Great Khan's area. Oh! Oh, that scared me. Scared me lots. I had to wonder though, can I got this.
Grandma's got a present for you.
I got this big old hammer yesterday. Do you think she'll like it and use it? It seems so. Big old sledgehammer. Oh my gosh, that scared the crap out of me. All right, Chance's map. Do I go? Huh. I wonder, do I go round and up? Straight over? Well, we'll just wander and see how we get there. But, Mr. New Vegas, any new news?
Radio New Vegas, and I'm your host, Mr. New Vegas. And in case you're wondering if you've come to the right place, you have. This just in. Food shortages and mass starvation are plaguing Freeside and the Strip in the wake of a sharp reduction in the area's beef supply. In other news, diners at the Gourmand are giving the restaurant rave reviews for Executive Chef Philippe's brand new menu offerings. The secret ingredient? Tender loving care, according to the chef. The news has been brought to you by the Vicky and Vance Casino. Vicky and Vance, be our partners in crime. Got some Dean Martin coming up, talking about the greatest feeling in the world, love. Ain't that a kick in the head? Sure is. Dino, it sure is.
Hang on. No. I mean, I want to listen, but we can't. Chance's map. Does this mean something? I'm sure it probably does. Okay. So then our next fast travel point. I like how it's I click on it, it's nowhere near it. Nopa Cave. Let's just remove it and then we'll see how it goes. Oh. Are those people up there? Okay, they're not people. I was just like, do the Great Khans crucify people too? 'Cause, you know, you guys have lots in common with the Caesar's Legion then. Geckos. There's something... Oh, well, I have to come back over here for something else. And I can do some of this maybe on the way. Red Rock Canyon. Southwest Commonwealth Conservation Area.
That'll teach them to mess with my babies.
Good job, Rex. Good boy. There we go. Is there anything in here? Door to Great Khan Armory.
Yeah. Huh?
Great Khan Armorer.
They tell me I'm supposed to sell you weapons. Interested?
Yes, please?
Take a look.
Huh. I'll buy some ammo off of you. For sure. Wow, 1,000? Yes, I will take all of that, please. Do you have anything else interesting? Small rifle? Alright, let me see if I can get this amount down that I owe them. Well, I think I got it down some.
Another satisfied customer. Bye.
I should have so much ammo for a while now, which is great. I probably don't need to buy it, but you know what? I'd rather be able to use the weapons I want and not have to worry about running out of ammo. Because I seem to be having problems with creating new ammo, or I just don't have the stuff for it, really, is what the problem is. All right, so we are headed in the right direction. I love that it's red rock, and it's actually red rocks. It's very pretty. They have this in, not near where I live, but close enough to where I live. It's very pretty. Close enough being like a few hours away. There's some tents over here, maybe? I don't think I'm gonna get up that way. Oh, hello!
Hey, welcome to Red Rock Canyon.
Hi.
Since you've done so much for the Great Khans, Papa Khan told me to let you know you can buy weapons at our armory. You can find it in the basement of the burned-out old building at the mouth of the canyon.
Yeah, I've already been there. Thank you.
I wish there were more like you.
Red Rock Canyon. Go to Red Rock Canyon and make contact with the Great Khans. Return to... Okay, well, I've been here, but I haven't really made contact, per se.
Holy hell. Is that a Nightkin?
Yeah. Pretty neato, huh?
Fuck Benny. We'll make him pay for stabbing us in the back. Indulgent. What rhymes with indulgent? No, that's terrible. There once was a man of stout heart. Heart. What rhymes with heart? 1, 2, 3. Damn it, too many syllables.
Jerry the punk?
Silver what? Silver eyes? No, eyes doesn't rhyme. What do you want?
What are you doing? No, can you tell me about the Great Khans?
I can tell you they're a bunch of big dumb jerks with no appreciation for art. I mean, can you believe their initiation?
What is this initiation? It sounds like you're not first one.
Everybody has to do it. Well, everybody who wants to be a Khan anyways. They toss you into the ring there and beat on you for a solid minute.
Jeez.
If you survive, you're in.
Doesn't sound so bad. That sounds horrible.
Sure, maybe not if you're some hulking reprobate like Regis or big to the gills like Jack. I've tried 5 times and still haven't made it.
It sounds like you're not happy being a Great Khan. Maybe you'd be happier someplace else?
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I can find my true calling, someplace they'll appreciate my poetry. Someplace like the old Mormon fort, maybe. Do you think the followers of the apocalypse would take me? I remember all those books they brought us when they visited our tribe.
I could ask them for you? Probably you seem like their type. Sir, I hope your poetry is better than what I just heard. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't really good.
You'd do that? Thanks. I mean, I'd go myself, but what if they said no? The Khans wouldn't take me back, and then I'd have nobody.
Oh, what are you doing, by the way?
Nothing really. Just trying to psych myself up to try my initiation. Again.
It sounded like you were writing poetry.
Oh, You heard that, huh?
I think everybody heard it.
Okay, so, yeah, I was writing poetry. I know, it's not a very great con-like thing to do. The followers of the apocalypse came to our camp when I was a kid, and they brought a bunch of old books. I used to read pre-war poetry for hours.
Why isn't poetry great con-like? They're a warrior tribe. I imagine they would not enjoy those sorts of things.
Have you seen this tribe? If it's not an epic drunken ballad of cracking skulls and hearing lamentations, they think it's a waste of time.
Fair. I guess you could make poetry about, battles and things like that. You don't sound too eager for initiation?
Yeah, well, I guess maybe I'm not. But what else can I do? Sure, okay.
I'd like to hear some of your poetry.
You would? Really?
No.
Okay, well then, here goes. I wrote this limerick the last time I went to Freeside.
Okay.
There once was a fellow called Garrett, whose sister she did love to bear it. She flashed it around all over town, so if you would screw her, beware it. I, got kicked out of the Atomic Wrangler for that one.
I wonder why.
That's it. What do you think?
Wow, that really was something. That was terrible, really, really awful.
You liked it? Wow, you're the first one who ever did.
I time for me to go. Bye.
Later.
Talk to the followers of the apocalypse about letting Jerry the punk join their order.
Indulgent.
Okay.
What rhymes with indulgent? If all... No, that's terrible.
It's all pretty terrible.
Gesticulate.
Okay, hang on. There were more tents back over this way. Let's try to check them all out and see if there's anyone else to talk to and get random silly quests from. Oh, more of the cave-like drawings or rock wall drawings. I am getting the sneaking suspicion that I am not going to get into any of these tents. Oh, this is different. Great Con, Karl, Papa Con, and Regis. Let's talk to Papa Con. He sounds like he's a man in charge.
So the cub enters the wolf's den. What do you want, cub?
Can you tell me about your people?
You want to hear the story of the great Khans?
Sure.
It's a long one, full of honor, glory, and betrayal.
Is it?
We have suffered, but we will regain our glory.
Maybe you could give me the short version. On second thought, let's talk about something. I want the long version, but this is my only option.
In a hurry, are you? Very well, then. The great Khans came east, out of the NCR 14 years ago. We ruled the wastes then, and called no man master. But we underestimated the families of the Strip, and they drove us back to Bitter Springs, where we remained until the NCR arrived and drove us here.
How did the three families defeat you?
They allied with Mr. House, the self-proclaimed master of New Vegas. He supported them with the resources of New Vegas. Weapons, technology, caps. They were better equipped, and we could not stand against them.
What happened at Bitter Springs? Well, we know what happened, but what's his version?
When the NCR came to the Mojave, we thought they would be easy pickings. We raided their caravans, their towns, their camps. They couldn't stop us. At least that's what we thought. They tracked us to Bitter Springs and surrounded us. When our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass, the NCR gunned them down.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something the NCR would do or would order. Well, they did. That's horrible.
It's because of that we have sworn to take revenge on the NCR. With our new allies in Caesar's Legion, we will crush them.
Oh, no.
Typical. No reference for history in the younger generations.
You
want
Okay, who are you? I'm just... He's giving me snark about not listening to his history when I did, and he only told me part of it. Anyway, who are you?
You march all the way out to Red Rock Canyon, enter my home as bold as you please, and you have no idea who I am?
Mm-hmm.
You've got guts, I'll give you that. Well then, let me educate you. I am the chief of the Great Khans. The Khan of Khans, if you like. This is my tribe, and these are my people.
I've come to ask the Great Khans to break their alliance with Caesar's Legion. Have I? I don't think I need to do that just now.
Farewell.
I don't need to mess around with anything which sounds endgame related just yet. Karl?
You've been quite difficult to predict, my friend. I hope I can sway you more solidly to the Legion's way of thinking.
Who are you?
My name is Karl. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary to the Great Khans as a token of our alliance.
What alliance?
In exchange for Great Caesar's promise of all the lands west of New Vegas, the Khans have agreed to fight alongside the Legion when the time comes.
Do you believe them? I don't believe them. What's your role in Caesar's Legion?
I am one of the Frumentari. It is my duty to scout the waste in Caesar's name and make contact with any tribes that might serve a useful purpose. You might say I'm somewhere between a scout and an ambassador. I'm assigned here as part of the alliance between the Legion and the Great Khans.
What does the Legion want with the Great Khans?
Though they have been cruelly oppressed by the NCR, the Khans remain great warriors. The Legion is honored to have such allies in battle.
They're just going to assimilate them into the Legion, whether they like it or not, after they defeat the NCR.
Speak then.
What do you think of the Great Khans?
They're a tribe of fine warriors with many proud traditions and a glorious history. They will be worthy additions to the Legion.
Okay, bye.
Yes, goodbye.
Hello, Regis.
I haven't seen you before. What brings you to the Great Khans?
Your model's a little strange. Who are you?
Name's Regis. I'm Papa Khan's advisor and right-hand man. I'm also the chief enforcer of the tribe's laws, so watch your behavior.
I can't stop looking at his mouth because it's kind of funny. Tell me about Papa Khan.
Papa is one of the best leaders the Khans have ever had. He's kept us together through all of our hardships, ever since we left California. Bitter Springs changed him, though. He started to really hate the NCR after the massacre. And sometimes I worry that's poisoned his mind.
I mean, can you blame him, though? What do you mean about Papa's hatred poisoning his mind? Tell me about Bitter Springs.
I really don't like to talk about it. Let's just say it was a tragedy, and the NCR is to blame, and we'll leave it at that.
Okay, now let's ask about Papa's hatred poisoning his mind.
Nothing. Forget about it. I shouldn't be talking about this with an outsider.
Oh, what's your opinion of the NCR?
That's a complicated question. They've done horrible things to our people, to be sure, and I've gladly killed many of their soldiers in battle. But I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa does. Things would damn sure be better for us if they were in charge than Caesar.
So if you were in charge of the tribe, you'd fight with the NCR against Caesar if asked, huh?
I suppose if asked I would, but that's a moot point because Papa's in charge now, and he's not going anywhere.
Okay, bye.
Until next time.
It's very distracting when his mouth was doing that. And my mods are up to date, so I know it's not that, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Now his mouth looks all better again. Let's see.
It's good to have you here.
Yep.
What can I do for you?
Just a little glitch.
Until next time.
It's very distracting, but it sounds like Papa Khan is very bitter about Bitter Springs, which you can understand. So now he's going to fight with the Legion against the NCR because he hates them so much. And sounds like this guy is concerned that this alliance may not end so well. So if he was in charge, he'd side with the NCR. Interesting.
Not now, I'm busy.
He's busy. Leave me alone. Coyote meats. Oh. Karl's journal. Explorer hood? What is that? Yeah. Items. That's not really great. This is way better. We'll drop that. But Karl's journal. This journal consists of detailed records and observations from Karl's time with the Great Khans. Many of the entries go into great detail about his opinion of their savage, barbarous customs. And at several points, he waxes philosophic about how it's very likely that Caesar's legion will have to execute the lot of them. See? I was right. You shouldn't trust Caesar's legion. They're the most untrustworthy. No. I'm not going to be able to pick that lock right now without getting in trouble. I'll have to try and remember to come back. Even though I probably won't. Oh. There's a door that's actually open. Excuse me, Rex. Let's see. Milsurp, Lad's Life. It's strange they would have an NCR flag hanging up in their tent. I keep thinking, oh, this time I'll get in. No, I won't. All right. So I came up here. Let's continue. Down this way. There's something over there. The Red Rock Drug Lab.
Heart. What rhymes with heart?
Oh, it's Jessup.
Rhymes with Cassidy. I'm getting real tired of talking.
I'm surprised he doesn't have updated dialogue from,
How do you
hey,
spell gesticulate?
Whatever happened to Benny?
1, 2, 3.
Benny's
Damn
dead.
it, too many syllables. Maybe I should write
That would have been a nice follow-up to have, but not gonna happen, I guess. A finance clipboard. I feel like that's unlikely to be here.
Holy hell, is that a Nightkin?
It is!
I wish there were more like you.
Beer and wine. What is that? Turbo. Oh. I feel like these were also blocked off. Yep, and looks like that one is too. Okay. Where are you two going? I mean, really. They're off to go somewhere. Oh, now they're coming back.
I wonder if anything rhymes with Cazador. There once was a man of stout heart.
Cazador. I don't know. I don't really care. Don't write poems about Cazadors. Problem solved, right? Well, let's go try and check out the drug lab today. There's people, but are they unique people or just Great Khan people? Oh, they're just Great Khan people. Oh, no. Diane.
You're not one of my regulars. What do you want?
What is it you do here?
We keep the Great Khans from falling apart, essentially. Jack manufactures the chems. I organize the runners and the shipments.
Jack and Diane. Is that what's going on? So you're drug dealers.
We're supplying things people want in exchange for things our tribe needs. Don't judge us.
I'm not judging you. I'm just pointing out actual facts. Who do you sell to?
We make regular shipments to a lot of settlements around the Mojave. A lot of our business comes from the fiends lately. Personally, I think they're kind of creepy.
They are.
But Papa likes the fact they get all hopped up on Psycho and harass the NCR patrols.
Good to know. I had other questions.
Like what?
Tell me a little about the Great Khans.
I'll spare you the history lesson. Talk to Papa Khan if you want to hear that story. Things have been rough for a while now. Even with Jack working all the time and my runners making deliveries daily, we're barely getting by. Maybe this alliance with Caesar will help, but I don't know.
Why are things so tough?
Red Rock Canyon isn't exactly the most hospitable place. There's no food, barely any water, and nothing anybody wants. We used to send patrols out to acquire supplies, but ever since Bitter Springs, there just aren't enough of us left.
Let's talk about something else?
Sure. What do you want to know?
You've got an impressive setup here. Have you considered making more helpful chems?
Helpful? What, like bathtub stim packs?
Maybe.
What's the point of that?
But you could turn a profit and help the people of the Mojave.
That's touching. But it would take away from our bottom line. I'll have to pass.
Okay. Oh, maybe if I get my barter up enough, I can try it again. What do you have for sale?
Jack handles the small-time purchases. You should talk to him unless you're looking for a major shipment.
Okay, I'll do that.
Anything else?
I'm looking to make a few caps. Got any work for me?
You look like you could handle yourself in a fix. All right, I'll tell you what. Anders, one of my best runners, is overdue to report back. If you can find out what happened to him, I'll give you some real work.
Sure, just tell me who I'm looking for and where to start.
About 3 weeks ago, I sent Anders southeast to find a route into Arizona, to open new markets for our product. He should have been back 2 days ago, but there's been no sign of him.
Okay, I'll be back as soon as I have any news.
Thanks. Prove you're reliable on this, and I'll have more for you later.
Abba Daba Honeymoon. Find Jack and Diane's missing drug runner. I assume you would be Jack?
Hey, look who it is bringing that good con karma around.
What is it you do here?
Do? We don't, do anything. We make the magic happen.
What's the magic?
We make the happy stuff. What do you need? Jet, Psycho, a little Med-X to ease the pain?
So you're drug dealers?
Nah, kitten. More like drug suppliers. Yeah. Other folks sell them. Diane's mostly in charge of that.
How'd you get into this business?
Guess I just had a natural talent for it. When I was a kid, these cats called the Followers of the Apocalypse came to our camp. They knew all kinds of kooky, scientistical stuff, so I ate up all the chemistry they could teach. Diane had the head for business, so we teamed up.
Scientastical.
Whatever.
Tell me a little about the Great Khans.
They're family, you dig? They've always looked out for us, made sure we had something to eat and a place to crash. Papa may look like a big angry bear, but he's a softy at heart. Regis is cool, scary, but cool. The rest are all pretty groovy, even little Jerry.
It almost sounds like he has the same verbiage or language style as the people from the Tops. Anyway, who's Jerry?
The other dudes call him Jerry the Punk. That's kind of harsh, though. I think he's just a sensitive soul that needs some love. He's usually down around the proving ground if you want to say yo.
I did say yo to him. What do you think about Caesar?
Huh? Look, kitty cat, me and Diane, we don't dig on that politics stuff, savvy? We just make the product and make it get to a good home. Sure, Caesar's a drag, but as long as we got each other, we don't care who the top dogs roll with.
Caesar's really anti-chems, completely. Totally sounds like he used to work at the Tops with the chairman. Anyway, you've got an impressive setup here. Have you considered making more helpful chems?
What do you mean, helpful? My stuff already makes people feel groo-delicious.
But think of all the people who overdose on Jet and Psycho. It's bad for your karma.
Oh, you're right. I should start a side project making meds to keep my aura clean.
Okay, sure. How's the medical work going?
Already on it. I whipped up a few stim packs already. But if you've got any more recipes, I'll take them.
Oh. I don't know if I have any, but I'm looking to make a few caps. Got any work for me?
Diane handles most of the transactional elements of this little enterprise, but I'm always in the market for new recipes if you've got the spark.
I know a few recipes for chems you might want. I could teach you.
Right on. What have you got?
I can teach you how to make super stim packs.
Right on. Let's have it. Grootalicious. That ought to rake in the caps. What do I owe you?
Some caps would be nice.
Here's a little tink-tink to weight your pockets.
Tink-tink. Let's see. I can't do Hydra. I don't have the survival skills for it. I can teach you to make Slasher.
Right on. Let's have it. Grootalicious. That ought to rake in the caps. What do I owe you?
More caps, please.
Here's a little tink-tink to weight your pockets.
What do you have for sale?
Oh, you're buying. Cool.
Super Stim Pack Slasher. Plus 25% damage and plus 25 DR. Wow. Let's buy some of those. That may come in handy eventually, because I feel like I'm so squishy.
Thanks.
All right, well, I will talk to you later about how the medical work's going.
Take it easy, kitty cat.
See, he should totally be with the chairman. But anyway, I'm going to take the opportunity to pause things here today. And in tomorrow's video, we'll look at, and then maybe work on some of these great conquests. And as usual, go from there. So as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe. And I will see you again tomorrow with another new Fallout New Vegas video.